Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon Williams.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
Jackson's pass complete.
The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 3 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And how about the first month that he's had? Leads the league in receiving, making all the big catches, and becoming a bona fide #1 guy for his team.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Jackson looking to throw on third. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They were trying to go to Brown once again. Jackson will throw again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Josh Bynes charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a third down. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard
The numbers for Green in last week's ball game: 4 catches, 55 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the...
Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
4-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Bernard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They stop them for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The 49-yard line.
Now the 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's Mark Ingram. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Tackle made at the 47.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Is good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
All right, let's focus now on Giovanni Bernard. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
And 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
It's a gain of 5. Brings us
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He uncorks it for Snead. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Jackson. He's going to let it go again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 29-yard
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and why.
It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 20.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Bengals, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Dontrell Inman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The return man, Chris Moore. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Being chased out left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Running right, this is Ingram. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
no gain.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Bengals 43 yards.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
Baltimore Ravens.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Ingram. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll come out in the pistol. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Green's got it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Cincinnati.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green, and at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start. Without his friend and quarterback, Andy Dalton, his leadership will be key.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A.J. Green.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To the air again, Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
15.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Complete to C.J.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Down and 9.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 1 man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
And shutting him off, now open field. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
On the keeper.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now, because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Ravens, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have